Folks, an idiot was talking in the Oval Office today, and that is Donald Trump. He literally attacked former President Barack Obama, saying he committed treason as related to the Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Now, Tulsi Gabbard, who leads the Office of Director of Intelligence, whatever the hell her title is, she issued this so-called explosive report detailing how it was all made up. That's a lie. Her report is literally a lie. The Republicans released their own report. Then Senator Marco Rubio, Trump's Secretary of State, was on that committee when they released the same report. Well, listen to what this fool Trump said today.
After what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people. Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, you know, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level. So that's really the things you should be talking about. I know nothing about the other, but I think it's appropriate that they do go.
May I ask you about that, Mr. President? Tulsi Gabbard has submitted a criminal referral to the Department of Justice. From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper, the whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room. Right here, this was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up that came out of the vaults. They were in there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It wasn't lots of people all over the place. It was them too. But the leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one they... Look, he's guilty. It's not a question. You know, I like to say, let's give it time. It's there. He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election. They tried to obfuscate the election. They did things that nobody's ever even imagined, even in other countries.
Guys, that's an idiot. That's literally an idiot you saw talking. To sit here and say that he committed treason, that's just dumb. Okay, but let's just be real clear. They are desperately trying to deflect from Jeffrey Epstein. They can't stand the fact that the right has been going bonkers over this. So what does Trump do? He comes out, oh my God, it's all Obama, and they did this to me, and oh, I'm such a victim. It's more the same crap over and over and over again, and it's total BS. I'll bring my panel, Dr. Mustafa Santiago Ali, former senior advisor for environmental justice at the EPA out of D.C., Dr. Avis Jones-DeWeaver, author of How Exceptional Black Women Lead, Unlocking the Secrets to Creating Phenomenal Success in Career and Life, co-founder and editor-in-chief of Max Black's Media, Michael Brown, former chair of the DNC Finance Committee out of D.C. Glad to have all three of y'all here. Folks, again, it's insane that we literally are having to talk about this fool, but it also goes to show you, Michael, how utterly crazy and deranged the right is, and how he is still mad about the election, when the fact of the matter is the Republicans released a report that showed there was Russian interference.
Correct. Well, first of all, hi, Roland. Thanks for having me. When you mentioned it, you already started off with it. It's about deflection, and he is good at that. He floods the zone with all kind of different conspiracy theories or stories or anything to get him off the topic, which is obviously, as you mentioned again, the Epstein files. So he's going to continue to do what he does. And interestingly enough, the deflection all have to do with people of color. That obviously Dr. Martin Luther King's papers or reports yesterday. Now he's accusing Obama of something. So of nonsense, by the way. But nonetheless, this is what he does. He's going to continue to do it. Even his own base is revolting because they're furious that they lied about, oh, there's so much here. We'll release it when we're back in the White House. They haven't done it. So I know it's they like to say promises made. But just from my standpoint, it's promises made, promises broken. We still have wars going all across the world. Prices of food have not gone down like he promised. So now it's just another thing, and this will continue.
I mean, it is laughable having to listen to this fool, Avis, to watch this fool in the Oval Office. And you got the president of the Philippines sitting right there, and he's looking like a dumbass embarrassing the country.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing we can count on him being able to do, it's to look like a dumbass and embarrass the country. That he's a savant when it comes to that. I will say with this specific deflection, absolutely, that's exactly what it is. I do find it funny, though, that he is focusing once again on Barack Obama. I guess he's thinking, okay, I know who my base is. They may not like me right now, but damn it, they're racist. Okay. A whole bunch of them are racist. And I want to sort of point them in the direction of Barack Hussein Obama, because we know that they hate him. Okay, he's going to try it. The sad situation, though, is, there are crazies out there. And, this is the type of thing that increases the likelihood of attempts at violence. But once again, he doesn't care. He doesn't care who he puts in harm's way. He doesn't care how many lies he has to make up. He will do whatever he can do to deflect from the fact that he himself is a sexual predator, and he was associated with a sexual predator. And he wants to be able to have his base somehow no longer pay attention to the fact that he spent years talking about when he gets in office, he's going to release the Epstein list, which he now claims doesn't exist. And so until he makes that make sense to his own base, I think it's going to be hard for him to be able to wrangle away from this bind that he's gotten himself in. I don't care how many black people he throws up as a distraction to try to get them to turn on the black guy instead of paying attention to what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious, Mustafa. I mean, they think this is going to happen. That's how desperate they are. And they literally think that this is going to do the trick. And it's not. Sorry, your guy's an idiot. And he was the one palling around with Epstein, not anybody else. It was Trump, and they can't stand that. And he's mad the story won't go away. So he's like, let's see, Obama, treason, bring the Redskins back. I mean, he's trying everything. Hey, man, you were the one who was kicking it with Epstein and the young girls.
Yeah, without a doubt. First of all, put some respect on Obama's name, because he at least was an honorable man. He's not a perfect man, but, compared between him and Trump, even people who don't like President Obama, who might be on the right side of the equation, can see the difference that exists there. Right now, everybody knows that Trump is crazy as a bed bug, to quote my auntie when she describes people who just do stupid stuff and say stupid stuff just for attention. T.S. Eliot, back in, I think it was like 1936, he had a poem one time, and it was called Distracted by Distractions by Distraction. And what he meant by that is that individuals who don't want you to see their mess, who don't want you to see all the negative things that they've done, will continue to try to distract you and take attention away from the things that they've done. So that's exactly what's going on in this moment. He is trying to distract folks. He's having a difficult time because the issues that are in front of him are very serious. When you talk about someone being a pedophile, when you talk about someone sex trafficking, most people in this country find that abhorrent, and they also want to know who was on the list. So no matter what he does, no matter what he throws up against the wall and expects to stick, even blame it on the black guy, which has always been part of their playbook, it's not going to work this time, because people want to know who was on the list and who's still walking around out there who hurt young girls and women.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.